Hello, Principal with All Octane here, and in this video, it is a drizzly yet warm Saturday morning here in St. Charles, near St. Louis, Missouri. We are at Cars and Coffee at Fast Lane Cars. I really don't think a lot of people are going to show up to this one, mostly because I know that the Cars and Coffee has not been promoting this event as much because it tends to get too many people. So that's one reason, which is totally fine. I respect that because it does get very crowded up here on really good days. And then second, the weather. Even though, like I said, it is very, very comfortable out today. It is like the perfect car show weather. Granted, yes, it is wet on the ground and it is a little drizzly, or it might be. It is still fantastic. So let's go see what they've got. There's some Camaros rolling in. That was Celica that passed me. Yeah, gotta love LS motors, right? Golly day. And of course, Fastlane has their doors open, so that's fun. I might take some photos today too, because lighting should be really good. So let's have a good time. So if we were to get another Mustang, my wife and I, this would be the color I would want, or need for green. I think I've decided that I would want those two colors, one of those two colors. But I definitely want the 5.0. Big fan of that V. Love the color on it. Cavalry blue taco. This right here is exactly why Cars and Coffee exists. It does not get more quintessential Cars and Coffee than what you see right here. You gotta have European. Well, there is no American, so I guess there's that. Well, yeah. But you get all kinds of diversity from age range to make and model, Morgan, Ferrari, Nissan. Like, that's amazing. And then over here, you've got Mustangs. You've got, I don't really know what this is, but again, age range, the diversity, it's so good. This Integra is pretty sweet. And yet another bunch of diversity, which is fantastic. You get the Challenger, you get the Honda, you get the Jaguar next to American Muscle, next to a truck. Yes, this is cool. I really appreciate this Honda though. That is awesome. But I also have a soft spot for these Jaguars. I don't know if I'd ever own one. Chris Fix had one for a while. The carbon fiber on this Scion, that's fresh. I like it. It is just after 8 a.m. So the show starts at 8. I got here a little early. I guess on a day like this, if you come early, you get to see 2 Ferraris. Can't forget a Corvette though. That thing is sweet. Nice pair of Audis pulling out. And then you got the Mac Daddy Audi, the R8. Running into the main building lot. Pretty quiet this morning. It's still good stuff. Again, big fan of the Camaro blue, although I still think I like the Mustang better. A number of them. We're definitely going to go inside here in a little bit. I'm a really big fan of the color combination and the wheels. Those wheels are sweet. I'm starting to feel really old because I saw this coming off the highway, because I have to come off the highway right there, and it's a Firehawk, which is absolutely awesome, but like, I'm 37 years old. This is starting to become a classic car, easily. Oh, I'm old. Man, I remember when these things came out. Do you guys remember when these came out? That was a big deal. It kind of introduced me to the movie. I honestly had no idea. You guys remember, I was kind of like pre-internet, sort of. I'm 37, so I didn't really know what Bullet was. And then in college, I figured out what it was because this Mustang came out. So props to this Mustang for helping me know what that was. Got the Mustang and a row of Mopar or no car. And of course, that looks familiar. We've seen that a number of times. Great guy. It's a really nice 7 Series. Golly day, look at this. That is awesome. Oof. Such a good bunch of vehicles. Love the color on these new Mustangs. All right, let's go. Showroom time. I see some really good stuff. Big fan of the greens on these Mopars. Absolutely fantastic. Firebird over there, that's a clean square body. Again, have to love the yellow on the Cadillac. This van though, this reminds me of the Hot Wheels that's been coming out lately. Although theirs is a Chevy, I believe this one's a Dodge. Yeah, Dodge Tradesman. They've been pulling out the Chevy vans lately, but man, yep, absolutely reminds me of that. Okay, so I really enjoy the Saturn Sky. $18,995, not too bad. Didn't take a look at the tags. A manual, it'd be a little difficult for my wife, although she could learn how to drive that. She is a freaking awesome, so she can totally do that. But what's interesting is you see these way more than you see the Solstice. I don't know why, but you just do, at least where I live. I got the DeLorean over here. That Plymouth is amazing. Big, huge blue. These are definitely 70s cars, just based on the colors alone. Got a Corvette back here. It's a Woody wagon. Wow, this thing is gorgeous. Big fan of this. Nice orange Charger. This looks like a Hot Wheel completely. Finnegan would be proud. That thing is sweet. Man, so here we're rolling up. Building 1. This is really cool. I love how they have all the doors open today. Big old bunch of Corvettes. Red Corvettes as far as the eye can see. Literally, look at that. As far as the eye can see, all the way back. From varying years, a 91, 64, 65. Yeah, ooh, tan top. Although no tan interior, so my wife would be probably no-go. Stunning stuff. I love all the memorabilia in here as well. Wow, look at Nomad. That is amazing. 56 Nomad. Nice. Next to a 57 Bel Air convertible. Trans Am. Ooh, a sedan. That's nice. Yeah, this place is just incredible. If you live in St. Louis or the Southern Illinois area, or maybe even Southern Iowa, because I believe that's the state above us, this might be worth coming down to if you've never been. They have a Di Tommaso Pintera today. That's cool. Let's go take a look at that. Nice. Saw one of these recently. I know this has been a big deal because of cars and bids. $104,000 for this one. Great color. Nice. Ah, man, I'm a big fan of this Viper. And I know Brad from Orange Track Diecast, he unboxed one of these Hot Wheels. From the Hot Wheels version of the new cases that have been coming out. I also picked one up recently. Stay tuned for a Diecast video about that. But yeah, it looks exactly like this. Ah, man, I'm a fan of the Vipers. Ooh, Factory 5 kit. It's been a while since I've seen one, or if I've ever seen one. I'm trying to think. There's that symbol. That's a legit Factory 5. That's pretty cool. There's a little bit of that 4GT styling. Also a little bit of a Corvette rear end with the tail lights there. I love the Pac-Man light though. That's really cool. So you have the amber, you have the white, and you have the red. You get all 3 colors, but in 2 lights. That's cool. That's a cool shirt. This is also a great place to hunt diecast, which is one of my favorite things. The question is, what is in the tin? Let's find out. It's a Thunderbird. Okay, I won't lie. McDonald's cars for $1. That's pretty cool. Those are from like my childhood too. This is one thing I appreciate about Matchbox is that it's a T-Bird Turbo Coupe. They're so good at being specific about that. Also, when's the last time you've seen one of these in Diecast? That's awesome. Their gift shop is fantastic. You guys come here, you gotta stop by and you gotta look at all the cool stuff that they have. Oh, McLaren. You guys know I am a huge fan of print media. Oh, It takes so much restraint not to walk out of here with all of these. By far the best color for a ZR1. That is stunning. If there were ever a day to come to Cars and Coffee to get coffee, today would be the day because the line is super duper short. It's a nice Chevy pulling up. Nice. Color stunning. Two really cool JDMs showed up. We got the Honda Civic over there and this awesome RX-7. That is clean. I like it. 3 Ferraris on the day is not too bad. You stick that next to an MR2 and that's a pretty sweet day. Hey, Miatas. They're such happy little cars.
I saw the Noble last time.
Here we go. So we're in the next showroom. Got some motorcycles in here today. Fun stuff as well. Again, I'm always going to comment on a yellow car. Nice. Can't that is a Malibu? No, some sort of Chrysler product probably. Mustang.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. I was way off. It's a Gran Torino. Come on. I'm losing my edge. It's a nice Cuda though. We have seen this in another video. You guys know what is under that hood. This thing is going to be a monster when it's finished. Ah, that is a nice Volvo. I've always loved the back end of the Volvo with the swoop there. That is a very appealing feature or aesthetic look in my opinion. And I don't know if that's original tan interior. It does look like it. That is crazy cool. First gen V in a really unique color. So we've seen 2 Vs of 2 different generations and 2 really unique colors today. That's fun. Call it a win. The stuff they're working on, pretty incredible. So I kind of doubt that this has anything on crouton, which is Cleese McFarlane Spark. However, that is still really, really cool. Love the Nitto tires on the Spark. This is my dream CTSV, 2nd gen. Looks like it was recently purchased too. Yeah, that is such a really, really cool car. Again, Cars and Coffee is so much fun because look at this. Polar opposites. A Camry next to a CTSV. Where do you find that? Well, there you have it. There is Cars and Coffee at Fastlane Cars here in St. Charles/St. Louis, Missouri for June. Ah, man, what a great turnout. Even in the rain, there was a bunch of people and it was nice talking to some people. It was a nice time photographing cars. So I actually made good on my promise to myself to actually start photographing cars again. So that was fun. If you follow me on Facebook, that's where they will be. I should probably link that in the description below as well. So there might be some photos on Instagram as well, but on my Facebook page, which will be linked in the description below, you can see some of the photos from this Cars and Coffee. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you like automotive and diecast content, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, give it a like. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, have a good one.